Arizona Cardinals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go at State Farm Stadium. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. This makes it up to the 25. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive.
Jacoby Brissett has seen some adversity in this league. Occasional starting opportunities as well. And he's hung around because he knows how to take care of the football. He can still throw it deep with the best of them, but he's the type of guy you just trust. You trust that he can come in, that he can manage the offense, and he can win a game if needed.
Now run with DiMercato. Pretty good start here for him. 6 yards on that opening play.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Brissett. Throw is there, Trey McBride. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
DiMercato on the carry. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's DiMercato. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. This play gets down to the 42-yard line.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
They sneak it with Brissett. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders.
And get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10.
A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
From the shotgun, Brissett. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you can do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Back to the air, Brissett. Catch is made in close. But he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
6 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. DiMercato runs it in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, his coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Isaac Garindo to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
For Mr. Irrelevant, just 3 years ago, to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And, Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No. But he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
On 4th down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Arizona offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. A run here. This is DiMercado. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Brissett. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Going play action here, Brissett. Unfortunately, the Cardinals made it to that one first. They'll maintain possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. And this is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Brissett. Harrison secures this left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Setting up the screen. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field. Not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
4th down punt coming up. So on comes Pat O'Donnell. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. 2nd drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First call here coming from the shotgun. They've got a man in motion. First down, Purdy to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, McCaffrey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
As a corner in this league, well, you go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun is Purdy. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. It's a design boot. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push them back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Here's Brissett to throw. Dump off caught by his back. finally hauled down at the 43. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Here's a game to DiMercato. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the line they come, second down. Brissett to throw it. Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Brissett's on third and short. He's running for it. Just gets the first and more. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
18. And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
5 still to go here. This is second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 13-0 lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment.
Chad Ryland to
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Lindo to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So here come the 49ers on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
49ers to the line. First and 10. Now it's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Shoots away from one. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Pretty throwing here on first. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Dumped off to his running back. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The Cards bringing out an extra DB on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Kittle makes the catch. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 40. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. Escapes the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Brissett with it on first. He keeps it and takes off. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be second down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Operating from the gun, Brissett finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
From the shotgun, Brissett. Going all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brissett. Oh, he's going to run for it. That one gains 7, and that's a Cardinals first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Going play action here, Brissett. Into the hands of Harrison. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down that 17-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
Cardinals first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Brissett now on 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals make it a 3-possession game.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Ryland now for the extra point. See what's wrong. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Rindo to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw by Purdy. Gets him on the in route. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line now. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage with the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. They send with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They put Bourne in motion right. 3rd and long, Purdy. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. Waiting on it deep is Dortch. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Cardinals and Amari DiMercato to take over once more. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Brissett. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
On the ground, this is Knight. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. McBride hauls it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Like a drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Brissett to throw. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
QB took a chance right there, and he nearly paid dearly for it. You know, that's one of those situations, Kate, that if you're going to put the ball in harm's way, you got to make sure it's your guy or nobody's guy.
Arizona field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Ryland is good. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Garindo to return it. Jukes away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense headed out now late in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends motioning right. Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun is Purdy. This one's quickly to Jennings. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final.
spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, Purdy to throw. He dropped this down to McCaffrey underneath. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
One final shot before the half. Completes it downfield to Pearson. And forget the field goal, Brock. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note.
Touchdown.
Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. And the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Moore with a return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They bring a tight end in motion right. Pretty throwing here on first. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
Punting unit out now. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Escapes a defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with DeMarcano. Nothing doing here as he only manages the yard.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Brissett. Short pass brought in. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
1. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They sneak it with Brissett. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, it's Brissett. He's calling his own number again.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Mercado on the carry. And he's not able to escape. His own read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Now Brissett's on 3rd and short. It's caught by Wilson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Brissett with it on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 47-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game. This one's quickly mopped up, too.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did, too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Brissett keeping this himself. And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Third down, it's Brissett. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
So on fourth down, Cardinals calling on Chad Ryland to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Window to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. And I'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Gets up the edge to the 35. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
At that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. He's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Inside the 40 before he's escorted out. And that's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Play action now, Purdy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Purdy gonna look to run. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 3rd down, Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. There's a game to DeMercado. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
On play action here, Brissett. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Cardinals out for the punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Purdy. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Cardinals grab it. And Arizona takes it back for a touchdown. The Cardinals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals make it a 24-point ball game.
49ers 10.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
In these moments, I think of golfers. right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. But it looks like the 49ers were the first to it, and they make the recovery. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. All set now. 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. They're on him again. He goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point of this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett out again on offense for this next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's DiMercado. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running is nice. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's another Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Right time cut by Higgins. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Run here. This is DiMercado. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Motioning one of the tight ends. First down, and they go right back to it. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On the shotgun, Brissett. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase and the deep.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The kick by Ryland is good. And that grows the lead to 27.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun is Purdy. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too. Yeah. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. Toss to the right side. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. The 2nd down run good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Setting up the screen here for Harrison. And this one doesn't go far.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. They're out just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
So on 4th down, Cardinals calling on Chad Ryland to attempt this field goal. This is a 39-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
When you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Moore with a return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. To the line. 1st and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They stick with McCaffrey. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because